Alright guys, so it's Brandon with ETX Wheels of Motion here. We're in my shop and we have two brand new mowers here to showcase. This is a brand new 2024 Toro time cutter with the Myride suspension. I bought this thing brand new. Over here on my left is a brand new Husqvarna. It's called a Z254F, stands for fabricated. This is also brand new, and we're gonna look at the pros and cons and what we like and dislike about both machines here today so we can decide which one will be the best for us and as well as the viewers watching this. So stay tuned. So one thing I really love about this Toro Myride, we'll start off with the deck. It's got a very thick, fully welded, heavy duty deck. It's held by chains like the commercial model, so it's got 4 points of contact from the chain that hang it. It's also got another 2 points on the front to stabilize it, so you got a total of a 6-point mounting system. As you can see, it's very beefy. You can stand on this deck. It's actually rated to stand on it, which is very hard to find a high-end residential mower. You can actually stand on the deck without messing it up. We'll go over here to sitting on it. It's extremely comfortable. I'm 6'3", I have lots of leg room. And as you can see right here, this is your deck height. So it has from 1.5 all the way to 5 inches, and it's easy to use. One thing I do dislike is that there's not a transport position, so you have to remember to always have the pin. It's magnetic like that, but pretty simple and easy to use. Now we're over here on the Husqvarna. This is the 54-inch fabricated deck model. So I'll show you over here. So it's got a stock bar reinforcement all the way around, fully welded. It's a very strong deck. Right here, this is nice because it's a replaceable end. So as it rubs against your tree line, it will scuff this, but it won't beat up your deck, and that's fully replaceable. If you go to the front of the deck, one thing we noticed, this is a nice deck, but the problem is it hangs extremely low, so it's more prone to catching on stuff. It does have dual scalp rollers, which is very nice, and they're fully adjustable between 1 and 3 settings. It's factory in the middle. If you notice up here, it has a very thin bar. It's got 2 hangers in the back, this one in the front on 2 points, which is better than 1, but the con is you can't stand on this deck. You will bend your hanger, so you have to get on from the front or from the side. Right here, a cool thing to note, this is fully metal, which is very surprising. So that's fully metal. They have it recessed in here where you can use a blower, so you can easily blow it out. It has a notch for a grease fitting, but there is no grease fitting from what I can see. And it even shows you right here not to stand on it. We'll go up here to the deck height adjustment, and it goes from 1 to 6. It is easy to use, the spring assisted. You just go like that. It does feel a little bit cheap, but it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There's no ½ of an inch increment. So that's one thing you have to know. It's just every other inch. So there's not really an in between. So this is the side discharge chute on this deck. It's a heavy duty plastic. The con is if you hit something hard enough, it will crack and break this. It's not very flexible. It's not like a rubber. It does have a very nice large opening because we know a lot of people like to hold these up with a bungee cord so you can get maximum flow. It does appear to have some very nice blades on it. What's cool is that they're tapered all the way down here. So instead of just having like a few inches on the end to cut, it actually cuts the whole way down with the blade. The spindles do appear to be pretty heavy duty. The deck shell's pretty heavy duty. This has a nice reinforced spot right here. These are notorious to break on some mowers. And overall, not bad. So we're gonna talk about the comfort on the Toro Myride. Has a very comfortable premium feeling seat. It's very nicely contrasts the body. Has a very nice stitched emblem here. Extremely comfortable to sit on. This seat does not come with armrest, but I believe it is optional from what I've seen online. There should be a spot in here to add armrest on each side for around $150, but it doesn't come with any from the factory, but the comfort does make up for it. Over here we have the Myride suspension system. This is the in-between setting. This is your softer setting and your more firm setting. If you go all the way forward, it almost feels like it doesn't have suspension. If you go all the way back, it's like moving around on a couch. I have it somewhere in the middle. I am 6'3" and weigh around 200 pounds, and I use it right on that 4th setting there. And as you can see when you sit on it, it bottoms out at first, but then right in the middle, you kind of can rock back and forth. So when you're going over those bumps, you don't feel anything. It feels like you're riding a couch. It's a very nice feeling. So anybody who has bad back pain or arthritis of any kind, it's really nice in your joints. And as you see, it fully floats. You're basically floating over the mower. And as you see, when it gets stiffer, now it barely moves, as you can see. But the more you weigh, you also want to increase it. If you go all the way down, now it bottoms out very easily, but the range of motion is much bigger. But if you weigh a lot less, you also want to do a softer setting as well. Now we're on to the Husqvarna model. It has a gorgeous looking seat, very nice, high quality stitching. This is the premium package, so it does offer the armrest from the factory. If you have the standard model, it will not come with these. You'll have to add them on. The armrests are very good quality. They're very firm. There's not really any padding or anything. It's more of a hard rubber. The seat, unfortunately, is not very comfortable. It's extremely firm. It feels like you're sitting on a really hard surface. But one cool thing to note is that it supports your back very well. So there's a lot of back support here. So when you're sitting on it, your back is nice and straight. So you won't have like a bad posture or anything. And if you go to the back of the seat here, it is adjustable. There is 5 pre-settings. It's all the way back, as you can see, because I'm very tall. I do have enough leg room, but it is a little tight, but not bad. From the factory, it'll just be 1 notch lower. But that's another con, is just you have to undo these and adjust it and loosen these bolts to move it up or down. And but besides that, not too bad. So onto the tires on the Time Cutter model, you're gonna get more of an aggressive all-terrain style tire. This is great for around like water, mud after rain, going around some slopes, obstacles, maybe around mowing around a lake or something. You'll get maximum traction with this versus your standard turf tire. It is just slightly more aggressive on your lawn, so it may tear up your lawn after a rain, but it does offer the superior traction. This size is a 20 by 10 by 8, which is nice because it's a bit taller, unlike some models have the 18-inch tall tire. So with the Husqvarna, it comes standard with the Turf Master 18 by 9.5 by 8 tires. They're made by the Carl brand. They're good standard tires. They're great to maximize not damaging your lawn. They're great just for turf. If you get into anything wet or muddy or after rain, they do not provide very great traction, so you will slide around and most likely get stuck. But for just regular mowing when it's dry, they work perfectly fine. And they're the 18-inch tall ones, so just a little bit smaller. So what you're looking at here is the power plant. This is the Kawasaki FR691V. It's a V-twin commercial grade style engine. The FR series is 23 horsepower. These are outstanding engines. They're on almost every common mower out there. Very, very popular. It is on tons of different models. One con over here on this machine is it does not come with an hour meter from factory. You can add one from Toro. It's $100. If you buy an aftermarket one, it's around $20. You have to cut out right here and add it. So that is one major disadvantage. Right here, this is cool because that rocker switch is your electric clutch for your PTO to spin your blades. All you do is flick that and they spin. It's a very nice feeling. Right over here is your battery. This is cool because it's very easy to get to just off to the side. We've actually upgraded this to a higher cranking amp one for the winter time. And everything on this machine is very easy to get to. Your fuel filter, your main fuses are both right there. Your starter solenoid, everything's nice and open around it, very easy to clean. And this model does surprisingly come with the trailer hitch from the factory. It came with it. So that just bolts right there. They're usually around $30 for these. So now we're on to the Husqvarna. This has the Kawasaki FR730V. This is the biggest engine they offer in the FR series. It's a 24 horsepower V-twin. It's more of a commercial style engine as well. This is one of the best engines made. We've had these on Hustlers with over 2,000 hours, still going strong. The reason why this has this motor is because this is the premium package. If you get the regular version, it will come with the same 691V or 23 horsepower motor. That's what it normally would have. So this motor is outstanding, and it's honestly overkill for this machine. It will go through pretty much anything. And as you see, it's a massive engine. It barely clears in this. A con is that there's not really much room around here. So your fuel pump's right here. It's very tight. Fuel filters right here. That's not too bad to get to. Your starter wire is a little bit tricky. It does have a factory fuel shutoff right here, which is pretty nice. Your oil filter is really hard to get to. It's extremely crammed in there. Your dipstick is right here. That's not too bad. Your drain is very hard to get to, and that's going to make a mess when you go to drain it and most likely get oil on your transmissions. So that's another con to keep in mind. It does not come with the trailer hitch from the factory, but you can easily add one for around $20, $30. It just bolts right here. And it's a very compact design for a very large engine. So just keep that in mind. So when buying any zero turn, one thing that's extremely important to consider is the transmissions, because they cost sometimes as much as the machine is. Both units do actually have the same Hydro Gear 2200 transmission. They are non-serviceable. One thing to note is that even though they're the same style transmission, they both look a little bit different. And if you look right here, this has a cross member in the front to brace it. It does not have one at the back, so that's a con, because if you hit something here, there's nothing to stop it. And now we'll go on to the Husqvarna. So on the Husqvarna, as you can see, it has your hydro gear model numbers. The Toro did, but we washed it one time and they came off. As you can see right here, this has really nice cross member bracing. I really like this because it's even on the front and back and evenly distributed. This does a great job of not only keeping the transmissions from ever breaking or shifting, but also it protects your electric clutch if you hit something right here. It'll hit this instead. So that is a really good design right there.
So guys, I'm gonna give you a quick summary and overview of both of these motors. They're both really, really nice machines, and I really like both of them, but at the end of the day, it just all depends on how much you're willing to spend and what you want to get the best bang for your buck. Either the Husqvarna or the Toro. Yes, they both have their pros and cons, but they also have a different price range. This one right here is the premium package, giving you the nice LED light, the nice good looking seat, and the big Kawasaki. And the Toro has the suspension with the smaller Kawasaki, but I mean, the deck's nice and you can stand on it. Can't stand on this one, whatever. So honestly, this one goes for $4,000 after tax. Would run you around $4,300, and this one goes for $4,700, and after tax it would run you around $5,000. The Husqvarna has a, I want to say 2 to 3 acreage range, and the Toro has a 3 to 5 acreage range. So if you want my honest opinion and what you're gonna get the best bang for your buck, I would go with the Toro, because I mean it's really comfortable. We tried both of them out. We were really debating on either we should keep the Husqvarna or the Toro, and I sat on the Husqvarna and it doesn't feel comfortable. The Toro feels very premium, very, very superior. I mean, the deck adjustment feels very, very weird on that one. It's just, if you want the best bang for your buck, I would go with the Toro. But we appreciate you guys watching, and stay tuned for more videos and let us know what you think and what else y'all want us to mention and what else y'all want us to show fixing or repairing or overviews just like these videos. And we appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you.